You and I have both experienced that pain. You strive for your justice, and I strive for mine.
And what's going on, Read My Lips people? We are back. Back like we ain't never left, baby. So I come bringing some Yang news for everyone. We can all do with some Yang news, can't we? And this one's interesting. This is interesting. If you've watched my videos, then you know one of the things I like about Yang is that he's never stagnant. Since suspending his campaign, he's never not been doing something, whether it be interviews or helping out the broke folk. Dude's always doing something. I feel he genuinely enjoys helping other people out. He actually would rather give to somebody else than be given anything. Just a caring person, great personality, and Yang's helping more people out. So how's he helping people out this time? Well, buckaroos, Andrew Yang's nonprofit will give $500 to 20 New Yorkers. Get this. Are you strapped in? Strap in. If you're not strapped in, strap in.
Jesus, we're going in hard. Strap in.
You strapped in? He's going to give $500 to 20 New Yorkers every month for 5 years.
Holy crap.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, 5 years. And it's his first big experiment with universal basic income. Like, he's dibbled and dabbled with things before, but this one's big. 5 years. So it's not the 1K. It's not 1K a month. But if you know, no matter what, you're going to get $500 that month, no matter what, that is a cushion. That's a sense of peace. That feels good. If somebody came up to me right now and said, hey, it's not the 1K, but I'm going to give you $500 for the next 5 years, take it or leave it, I'm taking it. Who would not take that? All right, so let's get into it. So former presidential candidate Andrew Yang is launching a universal basic income project in Hudson, New York. 20 residents who have yet to be selected will receive $500 a month for 5 years. The starting date will likely be this fall. Yang says he hopes this type of project happens across the country. So, to someone like Andrew Yang, UBI isn't just a talking point. He's putting a key component of his policy plank into action. Yang's nonprofit, Humanity Forward, is partnering with a local community center in upstate New York to give 20 residents $500 a month for 5 years. What we're doing here in Hudson will hopefully also happen across the country. Humanity Forward, which supports political candidates who back UBI, is partnering with the city of Hudson in a local career work center called the Spark of Hudson. The collaboration is called Hudson Up. The UBI policy has been gaining traction in the U.S. and abroad. The recently passed CARES Act included a one-time check of up to $1,200 for Americans who qualify under the stimulus package. Now Congress is reviewing the Emergency Money for the People Act, which involves an emergency universal basic income of sorts. The act would give $2,000 to Americans over the age of 16 and up for 12 months. Spain is moving to establish a permanent basic income in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic for low-income citizens. UBI gives freedom to be entrepreneurs, to run for office, to stay home with the kids, to take care of sick parents, to leave abusive relationships, and to help our community in times of crisis. Hudson is a small town of about 6,700 residents. It's about 2 hours north of Manhattan. It has a median household income of about $35,000 and a poverty rate of 19.2% higher than the national rate of 11.8%. And that's according to the U.S. Census Bureau. A spokesperson for Hudson Up said that the 20 residents will be selected later in 2020, likely in the fall, and will begin receiving payments shortly thereafter. Humanity Forward will cover half the bill, which will be $600,000. And Spark of Hudson will cover the other half and will, together with community organizers, select the 20 participants. While the project is starting in Hudson, Yang said he hopes more Americans get access to UBI policy soon. I think that millions of Americans got that $1,200 stimulus and liked it, which is what I would say. I was like, nobody's going to not get this $1,200 and be like, that sucked. I don't want more of this. And he feels that this is something that we should continue to do in a time where there are record levels of unemployment and tens of millions of jobs have been lost, and that many people will not return to. Yang, who made UBI the bedrock of his candidacy, said he hopes Congress passes the act so Americans don't need to worry about putting food on the table and keeping a roof over their head, and added that UBI is what lawmakers should be doing across the country. So, again, Yang saves the day. He's never not doing something. He's always doing something. He's always looking out for the little guy. He's always looking out for the broke folk. And it's commendable. It's commendable. I ask you, a lot of these other politicians that were on that stage with Yang, what are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing for the broke folk? What are they doing for the little guy? What are they doing for us? What are they doing for you? What have they done for you lately? Nothing. It really showed when they're running. Oh, I care. I care so much. Look what I want to do for you. And the pandering, the pandering, the pandering, the pandering. But when all is said and done, oh, they didn't get the presidency. Let me just disappear back into my cave for which I came.
All right, I made it.
And they don't do anything. Yang, he didn't win the presidency. He's still going. He's still doing stuff. And I said it in another video. There are legit YouTube celebrities. I don't even know if you call them celebrities. But there are YouTubers that are doing more for people than a lot of these politicians. Most of these politicians. And every time Yang does something like this, you better believe I'm going to cover it. And shout it to the world. Good on you, Yang. Good on you. Love seeing stuff like this. This is dope. And while I'm on the subject of dope stuff, while I'm on the subject of amazing things, one of the viewers of mine, James Abrams, just had a 5-pound, 10-ounce healthy baby girl, and she is adorable. And I just want to say congratulations, James. Thank you for your constant support. And I see you supporting everybody. You support all of Yang Gang, my channel, other people's channels, and you're a pivotal part of the movement. And congratulations. Congrats. I hear it's going to be Ashley Math UBI Abrams. That's what news in the street is. That's what I'm hearing. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was Ashley Math UBI Abrams. That's a dope name. I commend you for picking that name. Another thing that's going on over here. The 20th of this month, West Farms Mall will open back up. Now, West Farms Mall, to us over here, is our high sedity mall. We have a couple different malls, but it's got a bunch of ritzy stores in it, and it's the mall that most people want to go to. And they're going to open up on the 20th of this month. Now, all throughout my social media, everybody's saying, I cannot wait to go to West Farms Mall as soon as they open back up. I cannot wait. All throughout my social media. So let me get this right. We're in the middle of a pandemic. We probably shouldn't be opening. Everything says, if you look at everything, if you look at everything, if you look at all the numbers, we shouldn't be opening back up. But a lot of people feel backed into a corner. A lot of states feel backed into the corner, so they're opening back up early. So the mall is going to open back up. And the very first thing you're going to do is go pack yourselves in there. A whole bunch of people in the mall, all up on each other together. Does that sound like a great idea? Why do we do this to ourselves? Why? Can anybody for 1 second just stop and think, maybe this isn't a good idea? Maybe we all shouldn't be all up on each other's ass in this mall. Now, mind you, there's a couple different malls around. But the only one, as of now, that's opening that we know of is West Farms. And they're all going to head to West Farms and it's going to be, the first 3 days of that mall opening is going to be ridiculous. Full of people. Full of people. Listen, I just got through reading in print media that a lot of countries are closing back up again. A lot of countries are closing back up, as well as a lot of states. The COVID cases are spiking. I know we are in a rush to get that feeling that we had before this back. That feeling of normalcy. Even though, if we're being quite honest, that feeling of normalcy was sort of like a facade. Because shit wasn't sweet. But we cannot dive headfirst into these issues and ignore them. Somebody, it was floating around social media, somebody tweeted something. It's funny how Americans just decided they were bored of COVID-19 and decided to go back to normalcy. Like, you know what? I'm tired of COVID. We're just going to go back to, like nothing's happening. Wow. Let me see if I can find that article while I have you here. While I have your attention. So, worldwide coronavirus cases crossed 4 million. More than 2,500 new cases in Florida since reopening Monday. The coronavirus pandemic has now killed more than 279,000 people worldwide. Over 4 million people across the world have been diagnosed with COVID, the disease caused by the new respiratory virus, according to the data compiled by the Center of Systems Science and Engineering at Johns Hopkins University. The actual numbers are believed to be much higher due to testing shortages, many unreported cases, and suspicions that some governments are hiding their scope of the nation's outbreak. Since the first cases were detected in China in December, the U.S. has become the worst affected country, with more than 1.3 million diagnosed cases and at least 78,000 plus deaths. It's actually 80,000 as of today. The global death toll surpasses 275K. As of Saturday, California has reported 2,049 more positive coronavirus cases, bringing the state's total to 64,000. The death toll has also increased Friday as 93 more people have died. Almost 2,700 people have died from the coronavirus in California. Texas reported 1,251 new coronavirus cases on Saturday, bringing the state's total to 37K. Of the 37K cases, 16,000 are still active, 1,735 are hospitalized, and 20K have recovered. Texas daily death toll is the second highest in a day since 50 died in one day on April 30th. Total fatalities are 1,049, up 45 from Friday. As Texas's stay-at-home orders are lifting, residents are hitting the beaches in Galveston. And look, I think it was on, was it Fox? It was on, pretty sure it was Fox, where he was touting, the guy was touting, if I have the clip, I'll put it in here. like, most people want to go back. He was saying most people wanted to go back. Most people, like, you're stepping on everybody's rights and freedoms, and they want to go back to work. And then he did a poll himself. And I'm pretty sure this was on Fox. And 63% said they don't want to go back yet because it's not safe.
They did a poll to the Pew Research poll. 68% of Americans continue to say there's greater concern that state governments are too rushed. 31% agree with me that we're taking too long. So I just countered my own argument. If this poll is correct, I have not met many of those 68% of people, but I just want to put it out there.
So you can see there Brian saying, 69% of people say that they don't want to reopen the economy. I haven't met any of those people. Well, first of all, probably not talking to that many people in the middle of a global pandemic.
Get out of your bubble, maybe.
Broadly, I just think, I don't know how they can reconcile that position. Georgia, the governor there, has the lowest approval rating in the whole country. The next lowest is Texas. He's not overall low, but Greg Abbott also has a 40% disapproval rating. The highest in the country, Ohio. Republican Mike DeWine, who was one of the first people to take this very seriously. It seems like the most simple thing in the world.
It's an incredible, the evidence is overwhelming.
It's
the
crazy.
evidence is overwhelming that, yes, there is a very vocal, very animated, hardcore right constituency that is behind the, let's just open it now movement. But they are not even close to the majority. And you're exactly right. If you're wondering about that, just look at those approval rates. It's so obvious. It's not partisan. It's just purely based on the perception of how strong they have been in terms of keeping things locked down and responding to this crisis. And
Look, guys, just be careful and don't be in a rush. I know it's hard. It's hard because most people, we're not getting the kind of income we need to pay the bills. We want to go back to work. But people's lives are on the line. Even if it doesn't affect you directly, what you do can affect somebody else. So all I want from my viewers, what I want from any people that don't even watch my show, just be safe. I know West Farms is opening up on the 20th in my state. You won't be finding me there. I'll tell you that much. So please let me know what you think in the comment section. Always interested to hear your thoughts. Again, congrats, James Abrams, and thank you, Yang, for always trying. So if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, please like, comment, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. If you don't, let me know in the comment section why. I'm always down to talk about it. I have a Cash App, a PayPal, and a Venmo link in the description below. Please feel free to donate to the channel. Every little bit helps. Hopefully I'll be talking to you guys soon. Have a good one. Peace.
Locked and drank all night, acted all alright, had no